Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you so much for welcoming me and our side onto this subcommittee. Of course, I would like to first say welcome to our colleagues for our first hearing of this brand new subcommittee on federal law enforcement. This is my first time as a ranking member, and I'm proud to be joined by a group of bold Democrats, Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley, Congresswoman Lateefah Simon, and Congressman Wesley Bell. We're ready to stand up against Trump and his administration and hold our federal law enforcement accountable. I think since we're talking about immigration enforcement at this hearing today, we need to start with the illegal detention of Mahmoud Khalil. ICE kidnapped this university graduate with a permanent resident green card and jailed him in the middle of the night. They shipped him off to Louisiana without informing his pregnant wife or his attorney where they were taking him. They intentionally isolated him from his community and his family, all because he dared to speak out against his university and against the actions of the United States, which is not a crime. Punishing dissent by revoking legal status is a dangerous and illegal precedent to set. It's the first sign of a government moving towards authoritarianism. Freedom of speech, expression, assembly, and religion are guaranteed by the First Amendment for a reason. The founding fathers put it first in the Bill of Rights because of how important those rights are. It's at the core of the formation of this country, is at the core of what it is to be an American, and is at the core of any democratic society. Isn't disagreeing with your government the foundation on which this country was founded? Trump is attacking all of these basic rights as his primary agenda. He's doing everything he can to take away the ability to talk about his actions, the ability to form groups to counter his goals, and the ability of the press to report honestly. Every single member of Congress should be up in arms over this blatant erosion of our fundamental rights. Republicans and some of my colleagues are simply rolling over and giving up their status under the Constitution as a co-equal branch of government. This is a basic tenet that we took an oath to defend. Have we forgotten that oath we take at the start of each Congress, literally 2 months ago? I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. They are eroding our democratic principles to justify literally erasing Palestinians to appease a war criminal. Trump revoked Mahmoud Khalil's legal status over his choice to speak out. It is not a crime to disagree with your school or your government. A judge quickly blocked his removal because there was no legal basis. It can't be overstated how dangerous this action is. If they can disappear someone with legal status, what is going to stop them from disappearing an American citizen who openly disagrees with Donald Trump or our government? If this happened under a Democratic president, Republicans would be screaming about it. And given the topic of today's hearing, is Donald Trump expecting local law enforcement to police the speech of immigrants? If Republicans want local law enforcement to act as federal immigration agents, will they too be tasked with suspending the First Amendment for those who disagree, monitoring their social media posts, cataloging which protests they attend? We are beyond just a slippery slope. President Trump himself said that this unconstitutional arrest is only the start. This callous enforcement and chaotic approach to immigration enforcement is not making us any safer. It is only eroding our democratic principles. I look forward to getting into what can make us safer, the policies that we can and should promote in this body and in this committee. And I look forward to our work, not just today, but throughout the rest of this Congress to get to the root causes of crime, of just and humane immigration reform, and true accountability for our federal law enforcement. So I'd like to thank our panel of witnesses for coming in today, and I yield back.